The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
And we welcome in the new drug today is a little bit of an abridged schedule. Don't they say it somewhere? Schedule? Is that England or Canada or somewhere? They say it somewhere, right?
I thought it was like
maybe Alabama. I don't know, somewhere.
Like Elmer Fudd?
Is that, I have no idea. Schedule? That's what Elmer Fudd would say?
Well, like
I was trying to be cultured. Did I come off as cultured?
Well, if I went with Elmer Fudd, then no.
that would be no. Yeah. How you doing, JJ? How was everything today with your Atlanta Braves?
Perfect.
Is that a new Atlanta Braves hat?
It's like one of those July 4th ones. I got it this July.
Does that mean you're back? Does that mean you're back on the team?
Oh, I'm back, baby.
Okay.
Listen, we're going 162-0 next year. You serious?
Yeah, hang on. I got my Jaguar hoodie on. See my Jaguar hoodie? You see it? You see it, right?
I do see.
Bet you
Pittsburgh
see that.
Pirates.
Bet you see that too, don't you, brah? Okay.
I'll see you in the NLCS.
Okay. Just in case you're wondering. Here you go, camera. Is that camera working? Here you go, camera. All right, see?
I did see Skeens had a nice little payday action today.
Pay bump.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Deservedly so.
You think he deserves to make more than $500,000 or whatever?
It was crazy. He made $875,000.
So he's worth more than you would say.
I mean, even getting the $3.4 million, pre-arbitration bonus pool is nice. It's a record, but
he doesn't even make the most in his own household right now.
He does.
If he was like, I know he isn't, but whenever he becomes eligible, what $50 million a year? What's it going to be? What's it going to look like?
Wherever it is then. If it's at 60 by then, wherever it is then. It may be 60 by then.
Wow.
So it'll be. It will be. By the way, is it true? I mean, Brady never made as much as Giselle, right? You know what they said?
Yes.
They said at no point during their marriage did he ever make as much. That guy had a pretty good life now. Okay, I'm just saying. Things are going pretty good. If you're Tom Brady, you're doing pretty well.
I didn't realize the modeling industry, they were making that much bread.
I just read somewhere at no point during their marriage did he ever
I remember hearing that.
make as much as she did. How about that? So there's that. I'm just throwing stuff at you. Okay, right out of the gate, I'm throwing stuff like that. I'm being cultured. Okay, there's all that coming at you. The change in the schedule is Pete Prisco today. There's no Thursday and Friday shows, as you know, so Pete will join us today at 4:15, and Jeff Dantzler, his normal spot at 5:15. Then Greg McGarity, we're going to try and drag him in there tomorrow at 4:15 as we wrap up the week. So a lot of fun stuff going on in the world of sports. We'll talk Jaguars football some more. Boy, oh boy, if you can get this one, and I think you're going to get this one. Boy, does 8-4 sound good. I mean, boy, does 8-4, coming home. Coming home for a couple games in a row.
Tied for the lead in the division if the Texans beat the Colts.
Yeah,
and I kind of am leaning towards the Texans, even though the game's in Indy.
Yeah, but it's certainly going to be a fourth quarter game. And I
don't know how the Colts are going to score. I mean, that Houston defense is sensational. But we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we'll see what winds up happening. So we'll talk about that. The Kiffin watch continues. You got a gut today?
I still think it's Florida, but I mean, who knows? We at the end of the day, we don't know what he's going to base this decision on. I think he's going to base it on his own personal sentimentality, and I think he's more of a conquering hero at Florida than he is at LSU, because Florida's been bad. I mean, LSU's had some really good times in recent years. They just fired a coach that's 34-14. I mean, LSU isn't looking for a conquering hero. They're looking for somebody that is never going to lose a game. Florida just wants somebody that can bring respectability back to the program. So I think if Lane Kiffin makes the decision for Lane Kiffin, it's Florida. But we have no idea, because when he turned down Auburn a few years ago, he was all set to go, and it was his daughter that talked him out of it. Yeah. So it all depends on who is the top priority in Lane making this decision. But I'll say Florida, for now. But I mean, obviously you
get and listen,
not high confidence.
You stand your ground, which I appreciate. I've been, in full disclosure, made a few calls. I haven't said this yet, but we all make calls. We all have enough people that we know that are kind of involved in it a little bit anyway. And I've tried to find out a little. I would say today the national narrative is that it's really leaning LSU. Now, to your point, Hayes, we don't know. We don't know till he tells us on probably Saturday. Nobody knows until he tells us on Saturday. But I get the sense that the national narrative is, and by the way, what you said is right. We can guess all we want. I've heard. Nobody. I get a kick out when people say they know, because nobody knows. But I do sense that there's momentum on the LSU side, just snooping around, reading, talking the whole bit.
The other thing, too, that I would say to that is, I mean, again, I think until he wakes up on Saturday morning, after he's finished the Egg Bowl, after that season the Ole Miss regular season is finally over, I think he could, whatever the decision is today, I think it could change. I mean, I think it's that close. It could be a conversation that he is yet to have with either his kids or a family member or an advisor or something, or maybe something happens between the schools. Maybe one school nudges ahead of the other in terms of what's being offered. So, I mean, there's still more than 72 hours left. There's even a Thanksgiving. Who knows? To me, there's so many conversations that could still be had between now and the earliest that he can really make a final decision, which is Saturday. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows where it goes? But I will say, if Scott Strickland doesn't land Lane Kiffin, I do not know how he's going to be able to continue to carry on as Florida's athletic director and have any sense of credibility from the fan base. So it's going to be if Kiffin does not choose Florida, fair or not, and I think it's more fair than not fair, I think Scott Strickland is going to be under a massive wave of criticism.
ESPN now reporting on Saturday morning that state college officials say, you don't know.
Right.
So there you go.
Arkansas.
Right. We've heard now from Little Rock. Officials, Little Rock WLAC is reporting. So,
right.
Oh, goodness. So, all right. So we'll talk more about that when we find out more. But let's get to more pressing things. The NFL, Pete Prisco checks in just a bit. And I'm going to ask you about the Titans. Have you paid attention at all? You know, obviously the record's awful.
Yeah.
Cam Ward may be a good quarterback at one point in the league. He's struggling now. What's your very early on a Tuesday afternoon read on the Titans?
I think that they're the worst team in football. Their point differential is minus 136. That's the worst in the NFL. The next worst is minus 112. So they're not.
That's telling.
They're not just the worst. They're the worst by quite a bit.
Right.
And so they have played better in their last 3 games. We talked about it yesterday. They lost by 7 to the Chargers, lost by 3 to the Texans, and lost by 6 to the Seahawks. Well, there's certainly no shame in that of any of those 3. Now, what tends to happen with bad teams is when you get to that 4th game where the previous 3 have been close, well, they're kind of due for a stinker. So maybe they lose by 27 to the Jaguars, or maybe this is the week that they finally get over the hump. I will say this from the Jaguars perspective, it's the first time that we've introduced this element into this season. It's going to be a bad weather game.
Yeah.
When you look at the forecast for Sunday in Nashville, it's 85% chance of rain, high of 46.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's a good problem for Liam Cohen, because if you are the wild card and have to go on the road to a Denver or a New England early in the wild card round of the playoffs, that's probably going to be a bad weather game. So I think it's good that the Jaguars are sort of getting their first taste of a bad weather game against the worst team in the NFL. So, but I think because of that, the ground game is going to be where the day is won, and Tennessee just is awful.
And that's the point. And that's the point. The Jags are a running team, so we'll see if that shows up on Sunday. We'll take a break. We'll do our NFL report with Pete Prisco a couple days early as we celebrate Thanksgiving the next 2 days, or the end of the week. Pete Prisco talks NFL after this. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Speed.
45-50.
Talent.
How high can you leap?
Opportunity.
Just when they needed it most.
Listen for the Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game. Experience the universal difference on 1010XL.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles Update. Mark your calendar for our Showtime 2-day in-store card show right after Thanksgiving. Friday, November 28th from 12 to 6 p.m. and Saturday, the 29th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 2-day in-store card show after Thanksgiving, Friday and Saturday. It's Showtime, sports cards and collectibles. Update your collection.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Call State Farm agent Jason Judy in Jacksonville at 904-416-1732.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
XL Prime Time is back where they belong.
Wait a minute, I know where that is.
Lunch is on Josie, Matt Hayes, and Leon.
You could lay a little barbecue on us?
From the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
But somebody else is going to have to cook it.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big, sexy glass. You spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request a free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Waiting around for Black Friday? At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, we've already dropped Black Friday prices. That's right, thousands of vehicles priced to move now. Get zero down, no payments for 90 days, plus peace of mind with a lifetime warranty. Don't wait for the crowds. Get your Black Friday deal today. Start saving early with Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, where Black Friday starts right now. That'll wow you.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home. And you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Time for all things Jaguars and NFL with Pete Prisco. The Prisco Report, presented by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Showtime.
On The Frangie Show.
All right, Pete Prisco joins us. I'm telling you, we're getting close to the holidays. Showtime has more stuff for more teams than you can imagine. If you root for a team, if you're buying for someone who roots for a team, they've got stuff for that team, I promise you. It's Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Wonderful stores, very big. All kind of room in there. It's on Phillips Highway at the end of Shad Road, so head in there if you get a chance to. Steve, you cook? Pete, do you cook the bird? Are you the bird guy? Drop the bird in a big pot? What are you doing on Thursday?
No. I'll probably go get some. Go to a nice Italian market, get some Italian food. Okay. I'm not a big turkey guy. Hey,
you couldn't see Pete dropping the bird in a big pot? You don't think that's a Pete?
I could definitely see him dropping the bird.
I'm just saying.
By the way, I've eaten fried turkey, and it's just okay. It's just okay.
Okay.
Well, come on, turkey sandwiches are fine. But the turkey meal is just kind of okay.
It's better at night, right? I mean, like if you had that hammered turkey at 1 for the big dinner, that sandwich at night on the third NFL game is pretty good, isn't it? That's probably the heyday.
That's the best part of it.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Pete, the Jaguars played miserably at times last week. Trevor Lawrence made 4 really bad plays, threw 3 picks, had a fumble. He also made a bunch of really good plays. He threw 3 touchdowns. He made some first downs with his feet, and he led them to the winning score. There was up and down the whole time, but more importantly, they're 7-4. What'd you make of the game?
Yeah, look, his inconsistency has to be maddening to everybody. I mean, and maddening to the team too, and probably even maddening to himself.
Right.
He makes some of those great throws on that drive to go get the game-winning touchdown, and then you look and he throws. He doesn't see the linebacker drop out, and he throws it right into his stomach. I mean, so yeah, the Trevor Lawrence experience is maddening to a lot of people, and probably to the organization and to himself. But he needs to clean that up. Look, he's got the capabilities of making throws all over the place. We've seen that. What does he have now? 5 game-winning drives this year. I mean, so he does it in the clutch moments, but he's just got to get those mistakes out of there.
Pete, do you think the Jaguars are going to make the playoffs?
I locked it last night on our show.
Yeah, okay.
They're in.
You locked.
They're in.
I didn't.
All
I missed the lock. How'd I miss the lock?
We got a lock.
Yeah, you got a lock. They're in, and I think the schedule helps them greatly. And I also think that other teams are going to pick each other off. I mean, you look at the Texans; their schedule's brutal. You look at the Chargers; the Chiefs play each other, and the Chiefs' schedule's brutal. And the Chiefs play the Texans, by the way, next week. And then you look at the Colts; they got to play the Jaguars twice, and they have to play the Texans twice. So I think when you look at the schedule, it's really favorable for the Jaguars. I do think they.
Pete, what's made them a pretty good? They're a 7-win team. I think they're going to win this week. They're going to be 8-4. What's made them a team that's won twice as much as they lost in the first year of Liam Cohen, Tony's first year, James Gladstone's first year? What's made them? Because they're pretty good. I mean, they're 2 pass interference calls and a couple drops away from 9-2. In your mind, what's made them a pretty good team this year?
Well, Liam Cohen's made him a good team this year. I think he's done a great job coaching. I really do. I think he. You wonder if a guy's going to take over and be a good coach or just a good play caller. I think he's both. I think that's the biggest difference. And those guys seem to buy in. They're also, pretty tough. They're not overly talented, particularly on defense, but they stop the run. And then you go to the other side of the ball, and when at times this year they've looked good, really good running the football. So I think that's kind of been the MO is run the football, play good run defense. And when teams do throw it, get some pressure on them. And lately they've been getting pressure. So it's an amazing thing when you think about it. Because I asked this question too: what do they do really well? And the answer to that is probably nothing.
Right.
And so they're kind of teetering in the middle there. And that's a tribute to me. The way I see it, it's a tribute to the head coach.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's done an outstanding job. When you look at the Titans, obviously they've really struggled 1-10 and they've lost 6 straight. But their last 3 have been close. They lost the Chargers by 7, the Texans by 3, and the Seahawks by 6. Do you get a sense that maybe they're close to getting another win, or they've played 3 close games and they're a bad team, so maybe now their stinker comes?
Well, last week wasn't really that close. They got a touchdown late to make it close, and I think they had 3 fourth-down conversions on that drive to go get that touchdown in the final minute. So that one wasn't really that close. But Cam Ward's getting better. And that's something, if you're Jacksonville and you play out on the road 1 week, come home, go back out on the road again against a team you're supposed to beat, in a place where you traditionally have not played very well,
right.
You got to be careful. To me, that's one of those be careful games, because I think we've seen the Titans with worse teams, maybe not worse teams than this, but worse teams than the Jaguars, beat them in Tennessee. So I think that's got to be real cautious. And I think, again, it goes back to the head coach. It's going to challenge him this week to get those guys back up again.
I think Hayes hit it earlier, Pete. He said it's a weather game. It's going to rain. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a game you got to run the football, and teams get upset. You know this as well as I do. The best team usually wins on a beautiful day. When it's not a beautiful day, that's when upsets can happen. So I agree with you. I think the Jags are going to beat the Titans. But it's the NFL. This isn't college football where anything's automatic. I sense a fourth quarter game. I just think that's the way it is, Pete, when these two teams play. I've done a lot of them, as I know you have.
I'm with you, Frank. I definitely think that this is going to be a fourth quarter game. It's going to be close. in the fourth quarter. Here's the other thing. If it isn't, that's a really good sign for Jacksonville too. I mean, that and then you go into next week and you got the big game in Jacksonville, and take care of your business this week and make that game what it's supposed to be, which is a big game and might be one of those games that decides if they can actually win the damn division or not, which would really be an amazing story.
Absolutely. Who do you like in Houston at Indianapolis?
I think it's going to be close, really close. I think the Colts will find a way to win that late, but that defense, man, that Texans defense is unreal. And they really get after the quarterback. You saw it against Buffalo, which, again, brings us back to Jacksonville. They led that team by 19 in the fourth quarter. Let them get away. I mean, they were dead. That team was done if they don't blow that lead, Jacksonville, and they'd be right smack dab in first place in the division. So I think the Texans will hang around. I just think the Colts will find a way to win.
Pete, the league, and you know this, the league is full of this story. Guy goes really high in the first round, all the pressure in the world, doesn't do very well. Team gives up on him, and he shows up at second, third, or fourth place and is good. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, and we can go on and on. And the league's full of that. Is that what happened with Daniel Jones? Is he suddenly pretty good? I mean, is this going to hold, do you think?
We're starting to see little cracks in it the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, he turned the ball over a bunch against Pittsburgh. He turned the ball over overseas when he was there, and then he came back the other day and he had a lead and did some good things and then kind of disappeared in the second half. They didn't do much, and I attribute that to the quarterback. They didn't – I mean, bad play calling, too. They didn't give the ball to Jonathan Taylor enough. But, yeah, I start to worry little signs that maybe it's not going to hold, and that's always concerning. I think usually he wasn't last week in the second half, but Steichen's usually a pretty good play caller. They have weapons, and Jonathan Taylor can run the football, make it easy on him. But the last 3 games has been a little bit of a concern about Daniel Jones, at least in my mind.
Hayes, you've made this point a lot. Let me make it for Pete because you've always made it. They're 8-3. Here's the schedule the rest of the way. Houston at home, at Jacksonville, at Seattle, home against San Francisco, home against Jacksonville, at Houston. Boy, Pete, no gimmies for the Colts the rest of the way.
No, and they had a really easy schedule to open the season, and you could see them losing four of those games easily. And I think it's entirely possible that they could lose 4 games. And I think Jacksonville will beat them in Jacksonville. I don't think Jacksonville will beat them in Indy, but they could. And Houston probably will beat them in Houston, but maybe not beat them in Indy. So I think they have a chance to lose 4 of those games. And if that's the case, then Jacksonville can rip off some wins and not blow a game. They have a legitimate chance maybe to catch them and win the division.
Yeah, without a doubt. Who do you like in Buffalo going to Pittsburgh, another game with a lot of wild card implications there in the AFC?
I like Buffalo. I think Josh Allen will be able to torch that secondary. That secondary hasn't covered anybody all year. Not that they've thrown the ball that well because of the injuries and because the offensive line's been banged up. But I think that they're going to go win that game. Plus, we don't know where Rodgers is. And, is he going to play? If he plays, can he hand off with that broken hand? I mean, how much is it going to impact him? Can he brace himself if he gets hit? So there's a lot of things that play there. But I think Buffalo, 10 days off to stew over that Houston game will get them back focused again.
Did the Chiefs find themselves with that win that comeback win over the Colts? They had lost 2 in a row, and they needed that win in the worst way, and they got it. Did they they play Thursday, obviously. Did they find that themselves, you think?
Yeah, I do. And it's interesting the way they ended up finding themselves, which was getting big plays in man-to-man situations. Yeah. I mean, they got some big plays against Charvarius Ward and took advantage of it. And Rashee Rice ran all over the place with some, catch and runs. And I think they went back to what they were, and they chucked it around, and they had to because they were behind. I'm still worried about their pass rush, Frank. They didn't have a sack last week from a defensive lineman. They got one from the linebacker, but that's it. They got to get Chris Jones and Karlaftis and all those guys going, or else they're going to have problems down the road.
How good is, getting back to the Jags, how good has Parker Washington become, in your opinion?
Football player. He's a football player. I say it all the time. You can have guys with great size and speed and everything else, but sometimes you just want good football players. And there's a couple of those guys on Jacksonville's team. He's one of them. I think Jacoby Myers is another one. Yep. The tight end is one. He's a tough, physical kid who can run and can block. And on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, you get a guy like Gardeck. Gardeck is a football player. I mean, that's what he is. Monteric Brown, limited athletically, but fights and battles, and he's a footballer. You want those guys on your team, the guys that go above the X's and O's. And I think that's what Parker Washington is. I think he's had a great season. We were talking about this last night. Who's the MVP of that team right now?
If they named it today, the MVP of the Jaguar, ETN probably for me. Probably Travis Etienne. For me, Etienne.
Parker Washington would be in the conversation with the punt returns and
How about you,
that's
Pete?
Incredible.
How about you, Pete?
It'd probably be Etienne.
Great question.
Yeah, probably Etienne. Yeah, probably Etienne with Parker Washington at 2, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that.
Well,
think about before the season, though. We would have said it was Trevor or Brian Thomas Jr. or Travis Hunter, right? Those would have been the candidates, and now not a one of them is.
Well, one thing, and you learn, Hayes, we've talked about this a lot. You learn about your staff as they learn about their people and as you watch them assess. Pete, you just hit it, by the way, a minute ago. It's clear now they want football players over fast guys. They want production over traits. It could not be any more clear. I mean, there's no way Tim Patrick or Parker Washington or Jacoby Myers, any of those guys are as fast as Brian Thomas Jr., De'Ami Brown. Of course, Travis Hunter's hurt, but they're football players. They're not as fast. Monteric Brown isn't nearly as fast as Tyson Campbell, but he was about to start sharing time with them when they traded Tyson. So that's, to your point, Pete, this staff has made it very clear. We want tough physical football players more than we want how fast can you run on a track. They could not have been any more clear, I think.
But again, some of that you get caught that catches up to you a little bit. So you'd like to have good football players who are fast and athletic too. I mean,
you'd like to have both. By the way, both is best.
Yeah, like Dewey's a good, tough, physical football player, but he's limited in how he gets. He can cover, and that gets. They expose that sometimes. And so I do think that you want good football players and guys who love it, but you also need to have some guys with a lot of guys, in fact, with athletic ability and size.
We used to talk about that in the Times Union when we were all together, Hayes. Would you want a guy that really works hard, or do you want a guy that's really skilled? Give me Michael Jordan. He's both. How about both? Let me have both.
Right.
Let me have both.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Without a doubt. Pete, in terms of Brian Thomas Jr., whenever he is active, what do you think his role now is?
That's a good question, because I don't think, and I don't know if you guys have said this or not, but I don't think they're necessarily broken up that he wasn't there. And it sounds crazy.
I agree.
But I think it's allowed guys to establish roles and be better in those roles. I mean, like Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington have elevated their game. I mean, Jacoby Myers is a pro. You can see it. He knows how to sit down in zones. He knows how to run his routes. He blocks. He had the big block on Travis Etienne's run early in the game. So I don't know what his role would be. What I would do with him, because those guys aren't burners, I'd put him outside and just say, go run your go routes, because that's what he wants to do anyway. He doesn't want to go over the middle. So run your go routes with him. And I don't think he's going to be one of those guys that they feature in the offense. I just think he's might end up being a specialist where they use his speed to try and get him down the field.
Pete, how's the game play out? The Jags win, and how comfortable is it or isn't it?
It's not, but they win. I think they find a way to win. I mean, it's natural. You're playing back-to-back road games. Like you mentioned, the weather's not going to be good. That team isn't good. And you have a big one next week with the Colts. It's natural to be caught up in that. It's going to be a real challenge for Liam Cohen, but I think in the end they'll find a way to win it late and get out of there with a victory.
Pete Prisco from CBSSports.com. Pete, you and Casey have a great Thanksgiving, my man. We appreciate you making the adjustment.
Thank you. You and the family. You too, Hayes. All you
Happy
guys.
Thanksgiving, Pete.
All right. Pete Prisco check in. Does a great job. Boy knows the NFL. Love that segment, man. My buddy Pete Prisco. We'll take a break. More in a moment. 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Want a fresh and flavorful tailgate this season? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad perfect for lunch, parties, and your tailgate. Order 3 ways at one of 4 area locations. Call 1-833-MY-CHICK or online at chickcatering.com.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open in World Golf Village with state-of-the-art technology that detects cancer fast and accurately. Same-day appointments are available where faster answers meet compassionate care. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Frank Frangie here. The holidays are right around the corner, and Nimnick Buick GMC is kicking off the season with prices that are better than ever. Are you looking for a dealership that actually makes car buying easy? Well, at Nimnick, you'll find unbeatable holiday savings, a huge selection of Buicks and GMCs, plus flexible financing that fits your budget. Plus, the biggest sale of the year is coming, Nimnick's bigger than ever Black Friday event. Start your shopping early at NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom off Phillips Highway today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 and a 4th room free with a canned food donation. Plus $75 off air ducts as well. Book online anytime at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner. So are you ready to float happy in the pool? Listen up. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% on new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. That's right. Now is the time to upgrade your pool heating system and extend that swimming season for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepool.net.
License number CPC 044080.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
It's a Nimnick Tuesday on the Frangie Show. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941.
Jags and Titans comes up on Sunday. What a football weekend. Hayes Carline, who hails from the Bowl School. Have you seen? I mean, college and pro though. I mean, Friday alone.
It's fantastic.
Just in the college realm, there's a Friday, and obviously now there's the Black Friday NFL game.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
But even in the college realm, Ole Miss and Mississippi State, the most watched Egg Bowl in history, by the way. I mean, it will be. And so, Georgia Tech's Friday. Do you know that?
That is hard to believe.
How about that? I mean, that Georgia, that's
the one from last season just ended.
Yeah, and
yes, it did.
And Texas A&M at Texas is the nightcap.
Yes, that's a Friday afternoon, man.
And the NFL game is Bears, who are super hot right now against the Eagles.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, it's a really. that is a really good.
And then of course,
my family's going to want to talk to me.
Yeah.
What's that about?
JJ, let me give you advice from an old guy. I like people being respectful, caring, compassionate to others. Don't talk to him. Watch the game, for God's sake, okay?
Can't you see? I'm sitting on the couch.
Right, absolutely. Well said. So we will see. Georgia Tech. I know we'll do our picks in a little bit, but can Georgia Tech beat them?
I mean, could they beat them?
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
is there a chance?
I don't. I think it's Georgia. I think it's Georgia Tech. I think has been figured out a little bit as the season's gone on, and really it's. How much gas is left in the tank of Haynes King. He's really the college football version of Josh Allen. I mean, you watch the Bills play, and it's Josh Allen and 10 guys that arguably shouldn't be in the NFL. Well, James Cook's good, but it's not a lot of great support, particularly at the receiver position with Josh Allen. And with Haynes King, it's sort of the same thing at Georgia Tech. I just don't see Georgia losing to a one-man team. I know they almost did it last year. But I'd be surprised. I think Georgia wins by, I mean, not a blowout, but I think by 13.
Same thing, JJ. Not much chance.
Yeah, like you said, Georgia Tech's been figured out. I mean, Pitt ran all over them. NC State put up 50 against them. I don't see them really hanging in there with Georgia this time.
All right, we're gonna.
It's interesting that they play that game at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Apparently, they're making a lot more money.
Yeah. But I mean, so Georgia Tech basically gives away their home field advantage.
Right. And
for $12 million.
And I don't. Right, and I get the money.
Right.
It's not. And what someone said to somebody else in their athletic department, they're just not telling anybody. He says, "We ain't beating them anyway." I mean, it's not like we were going to win and now we might not. So
I would say it's probably 70-30 Georgia fans.
That's what I would think.
Canes kick at noon?
Which I'm glad because it's cold. It's like 35 degrees, 32 degrees or something. Yeah. Absolutely massive freaking game, man.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And I will tell you, I have said all along, I think Georgia's the best team, and I think they're going to win the national championship. I hate to take the chalk, but yes, I think Ohio State, too, they're going to play. I know that's chalk, but it is my opinion. But after that, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami's the third team in that thing. I really think that.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah.
So many random teams in there.
After the first two, look, Oregon's good. There's some really good teams. I know that. I mean, SMU's good. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised, Hayes, once you get behind Georgia and Ohio State, who I think are the odds-on pick. Boy, I think Miami hangs around. If Miami doesn't get in, shame on the committee. And I think they hang around.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think they're very dangerous when you look at those teams that are going to be in the final few seeds.
Where do you guys think Bama fits in all that? Like, they're obviously not the Bama of old,
right?
But could you see them making a run in the national championship?
I could. I think number one, when the quarterback's good, he's really good. Yeah. He's a big guy. He's got a great arm. He's got NFL stuff. My guess is
their run game's just anemic.
Yeah, correct. And for a while there, I thought Simpson was the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman. I think probably the Indiana guys, if you were looking at the odds, I don't know, but I'm sure that's what they are. But I thought Ty Simpson was awful against Florida State.
Oh yeah,
and then I thought he was pretty good.
He's turned it around.
Yeah, so we'll see. There's been a lot of fun. I'm telling you, what a fun weekend.
I tell you, the team and it's interesting because they're sort of getting a lot of they haven't played anybody. But Texas A&M, to me, is a dangerous team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, again, they're the 3 seed right now if you look at projections. So it's not like they're, like a Cinderella.
They're not a sleeper.
But they have been as a program. They've been an underachiever. But in watching Texas A&M, they've got everything that you need to win the national title.
Yeah. They're well coached. Athletic is that quarterback, which is football today. Interesting stuff. We'll take a break. Hayes has headlines after this. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show. From the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Put on your boots, belt buckle, and cowboy hat. Trevor's in town for a touchdown tune-up and a tip of the cap. The rhythm's right for a sax symphony in Music City.
Get down, turn around, go to town.
A Duval-style takedown in Tennessee. Jaguars, Titans. It's felines, fiddles, and a honky-tonk stomp. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
This is Hayes Carline for Atlantic Infiniti. In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infiniti is always the top pick. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infiniti is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infiniti? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfiniti.com or visit Atlantic Infiniti, off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL.
I'm Max Fink, and I'm your Gator Updater. Listen for the Gator Report several times a week on 1010XL.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home, and you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Gather round. It's Hayes' Headlines, presented by Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Hear all about it. Here's Hayes Carline.
Welcome back to the Frangie Show. Thank you to our friends at Harrell & Harrell. Give them a call at 251-1111. Frank, we're going to start with the Jaguars-Titans game, and I'm glad you guys talked about this. You and Pete, we all did in the a couple segments ago about Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne is 9th in the NFL in rushing with 815 yards. So, yeah, he's got a great argument to be the team's MVP.
Yeah, he's played really well. And again, we've told the story enough times, but I'll tell it again anyway. This is a guy that everybody wrote off. They were going to get rid of him, and they were going to Tank Bigsby was going to be the better downhill runner, and Bashal Tootin was going to start ahead of him, and they drafted 2 running backs, and everybody, LaQuinn Allen they drafted, and they were just all waiting for Travis to get traded or cut, and he had a great offseason. He came to camp in great shape. He's always been a good dude. He's always been a worker, but he really came in ready to go, and he's probably been their best player. He has been steady, Hayes. You know what he's done? He has been really, really steady. I'm not sure, honest to goodness, I'm not sure Travis in his mind ever shook off the fumble at Miami. You know that early in the year, first game? And that's behind him now, and he's making good on it. Really, he is.
Without a doubt, and it'll be fun to see Etienne as he approaches 1,000 yards. He's going to need a big day Sunday to get there, 185, but it's not out of the question. Liam Cohen met with reporters yesterday via Zoom and talked about the growth of Travis Etienne.
You just know that if you do get him some space and get him to the second and third level, that he can go and create explosives, right? And then in the pass game, he has the long run, and then early in the game we had that play early in the red zone that week. We repped it a few times. It was meant to go to Strange or TJ, and during the week of practice, it went to TJ as well, and he scored in practice. So we knew that was something that we were hunting up. And when you get the ball to him in space, he's just been so consistent about making people miss and getting extra. Those hidden yards are so important in a game, whether it's in the run or the pass. He also had a couple good pass pickups, protection pickups as well, on one of Jacoby's 2nd and 8 choice routes. He had a great pickup on Buddha. So been really pleased with TJ.
He's been as good a player as they've had. He's been good a player. And again, TJ is what they call Travis Etienne. That's what Doug called him. It's what they all call him. That's his nickname in the building.
Absolutely. Let's look at the Jaguars' opponent on Sunday, the Tennessee Titans, and let's take a look at Cam Ward, the first pick in the draft, going through a tough rookie season, obviously, in terms of wins and losses. But Cam Ward's playing more efficient of late. He's gone 3 straight games without throwing an interception.
It's a hard sport, man. It's a hard sport. Young quarterbacks, all the things you have to know, the things you have to read, the things you have to try and do, it's tough. And I think he's going to be a good player. I have no doubt. Now, much like when Trevor got here, you got to build around him. You know what they don't need? They don't need 3 coaches in 5 years, which is kind of what happened here. But I'll still give the Jags credit. They went and fixed it. The Titans need to hire the right coach. I can't believe the coach they fired. It still boggles my mind. He might be the best coach in the NFL, and they fired him, and Mike Vrabel. But I agree with you, Hayes. I think Cam Ward's a good player, and he's starting to play a little bit better.
We haven't talked a lot about forecasts this season. Well, now we are, because the weather could certainly play a role in Sunday's game. The forecast in Nashville for Sunday, cold and rainy, high of 47 with an 85% chance of rain. That's going to be very interesting to see how the Jaguars handle that.
Well, they're built for it, but haven't had to do it a lot. They're built as a running team. Liam Cohen, the day he got off the bus, told us he's going to run the football, and they've been true to that. Again, I say it all the time. Everybody runs on 1st and 10. If you run it some on 2nd and 9, you're a running team. And the Jags are not afraid to do that. They're not afraid to run it in typical pass situations. They're going to run the football. They're going to be a physical team. But you're right. You're right. That's how you have to play. I always believe the bad weather helps the team that's not as good. I don't care what your style of play is. Bad weather helps it. On a beautiful sunny day with no wind, the better team has a better chance to win the game. So, I think it could affect the game.
Let's get to around the NFL. Week 12 concluded last night with San Francisco surviving 3 Brock Purdy interceptions to beat Carolina 20-9. The 49ers are now 8-4. That's good enough for the 7th seed in the NFC playoff race. Carolina fell to 6-6.
Yeah, they've had an up-and-down season. I saw some people on Twitter calling for Mac Jones after the 3rd interception, but he made enough plays after that. It's been an interesting season for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's a good player, but because he's not a rifle arm guy, he's got to be precise. And you can kind of sense that he's not there. Not just because he threw the 3 interceptions. He's been in and out of the lineup. He's been hurt for a while. Because when he's right, and we saw him first up close and personal, Jags went out there and beat him. But when he's right, he's pretty good, Hayes. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with Brock Purdy if he starts finding more of a rhythm as we get closer to the end of the season.
Absolutely. Tampa Bay quarterback Baker Mayfield could miss Sunday's game against Arizona with a shoulder injury, but avoided a major absence. The Bucs are 6-5, a half a game up on Carolina in the NFC South.
Yeah, I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan. I hope he's okay. I love watching him play. I think he's tough. I think he's fun. He's a good dude. And like I said, I told you this yesterday, I don't have a horse on the race in the NFC, so I don't care. I hope Baker Mayfield's healthy and can go. I really do.
Mike Tomlin says Aaron Rodgers will play in the Steelers' home game Sunday against Buffalo. Rodgers is recovering from a wrist injury. He did not play last week. That's a big game in the AFC. Pittsburgh is 6-5, while the Bills are 7-4.
Yeah, I don't think I've told you this. Pittsburgh's not very good. They found 6 wins somehow. I don't think they're very good. And I've watched Rodgers. I don't think anymore he's any good. That doesn't mean he wasn't great, super great. Once upon a time, he was. I mean, you don't just win 4 MVPs, Hayes. But I don't think he's very good. I don't think the backup dude's very good. They're terrible on defense. I think the Bills have an easy time in that game.
Let's get it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They have announced their 26 semifinalists. Fred Taylor back in the mix, which is great to see. The first-year group, though, is strong, with Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Phillip Rivers, and Jason Witten all on board in the semifinalist list as first year of eligibility candidates.
Seventh time I think Fred's been on that list. Man, I hope Fred gets in. Humble, appreciative, never beats his own chest. Says if it happens, I'll appreciate it. I'm not going to go around telling everybody. I'm a big Fred Taylor fan, man. I really am. But you're right. It's a tough. There's tough competition in the field, not just the first timers, but particularly the first timers.
Let's get to college football. Brian Kelly alleges LSU's handling of his firing has cost him job opportunities.
You know, I believe that. I listen. Brian Kelly's not going down without a fight on this. He said, "Listen, you hired me. You gave me the buyout. We all agreed to this. All of a sudden, you didn't like the way it was going, so you fired me. Fair enough. People get fired. But now you're saying you didn't fire me. Now you're saying you don't owe me the money. I don't know what his job opportunities are, but I believe that. I think this one's getting really ugly. Brett Hastings is going to be in here tomorrow, and we're going to talk about Brian Kelly. Our Sports in Courts is going to be, could he sue them for that? That's going to be a really interesting topic, so we'll do it tomorrow on Sports and Courts.
Sounds good. Let's get into baseball. Pittsburgh ace Paul Skeens gets a record $3.4 million in pre-arbitration bonus pool money. The Cy Young winner made just $875,000 this season.
To be the best pitcher in baseball. You know, that $3 million is going to be about $57 million less than he's going to get, but he can't get it yet. So, best pitcher in baseball. And not because I'm a fan, best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, hard to argue. Shohei Ohtani has said he will play for Japan in the World Baseball Classic.
You know what? Good for him. By the way, people are playing now. They're all playing. I love that. You remember we went down, we did a spring training trip. Hayes, Brent, Lauren and I did, and we went to Sports Bar JJ down there in South Florida, and it was packed during the World Baseball Classic. I mean,
the Latin teams come out for it.
It was packed, man, and it was I love that thing.
I mean, like the Dominican team could win the World Series.
Right.
Like they're stacked.
No question, but it's fun. But the energy watching it is really cool.
Absolutely. We will get you out with today's musical nugget. Oh, yeah. How good is that, Frangie? The Rolling Stones were at the Gator Bowl on this date back in 1989.
How about that?
The band opened with this classic, Start Me Up, as they launched into a 25-song set. I was 13 years old. I didn't go to the show, but I remember this being one of the biggest stories in Jacksonville of that entire year.
I was chastised greatly by my friend Jeremy Foley for not going.
Oh, wow.
I didn't go. He said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm a sports writer. I don't make a lot of money." So, but I wish I had gone. I mean, I really, really wish I had gone. Jeremy went, and a lot of others did. You're right. Your remembrance is dead on. People raved about that. It was a big deal.
Huge story.
It really was. Well done as always.
Thank you.
Hour 2 is next. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
It's a snapshot in time.
Unbelievable concentration.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
And there's the biggest play of the day.
Listen for the performance painting high-performance play of the game on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, you voted, and Baker Glass came out on top. The Bold City Best Awards are all about locals choosing their favorites, and you picked them for Best Auto Glass and Best Glass and Mirror Service.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
This is Sheridan Tootin, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and Dr. Kevin Murphy put my right shoulder back together a few years ago, and I'm still feeling great. Now I'm using PRP treatment for my knee pain. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're enduring any orthopedic issue, my only recommendation is Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if you ever have a need.
Leave pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Helmets and Heels calls on Jags former middle linebacker Tom McManus to elevate your afternoon.
He's the best. Guys gotta know.
Catch the pros' point of view afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL. Fought for you by Queen Law Group. For the injured, fighting for you.
Frank Frangie here for South State Bank. South State has helped our businesses and charity grow and thrive. Whether you're expanding your operations, managing cash flow, or planning for the future, South State Bank offers forward-thinking, tailored solutions to meet your unique business needs. With expert guidance and best-in-class service, South State is here to help you move your business forward. Visit southstatebank.com or stop by your local branch today. Let South State become your partner in taking your business to the next level. That's South State Bank, member FDIC.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Just recently, Cam Little was good from 68 yards to set an NFL field goal record. You know who else goes the distance? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project. Coil does it all. Visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's Thanksgiving week, and Monahan Jewelers has the best deals in town with up to 40% off the entire store. Thousands of beautiful pieces are all on sale with fantastic prices on our entire inventory, including up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds. We're your local family jeweler, so come visit us today and on Small Business Saturday for up to 40% off on diamond studs, engagement rings, colored gemstones, our designer brands, custom design, everything. The name you can trust in fine jewelry, Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Budweiser reminds us to drink wiser, like hydrating between beers. It keeps the fun going longer, and it's a commitment to responsibility. Remember, good times are ahead, so no need to overdo it. Know when to say when, and always designate a driver.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I'm Max Fink with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update following the Jaguars' overtime win versus the Cardinals on Sunday and the Colts' overtime loss to the Chiefs. The Jaguars are one game back from the Colts in the AFC South. The live AFC South leaderboard has the Colts in first at 8-3, the Jaguars in second at 7-4, the Texans in third at 6-5, and the Titans in last at 1-10. It's 80 degrees at 5 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, Hammer Time with Hayes, driven by Kia on Atlantic. Southside Kia is now Kia on Atlantic. Check us out at KiaOnAtlantic.com.
I think these next few days are going to determine Scott Strickland's future at Florida, because if he doesn't land Lane Kiffin, I think it's going to be very hard for him to continue as Florida's athletic director unless he pulls an amazing rabbit out of his hat. If Lincoln Riley, Marcus Freeman gets back into this thing, then maybe it can be salvaged with somebody like that. But if it ends up being somebody that 90% of high school kids have no idea who it is, and a vast majority of the Florida fan base has no idea who it is, then Scott Strickland's not long for this job. He's hired a search firm. He's going to lose. If he loses Lane Kiffin to LSU, he will have lost the prime coaching candidate in this search to a school that is suing their former coach, or the former coach is suing LSU. He can't even, he's alleging he can't even get new job opportunities because of how badly LSU has treated him. You've got LSU doesn't have a search firm. They barely have an athletic department. They have a governor's mansion that seems to be running the school. Strickland hired a search firm, and if that search firm results in a coach that no one's ever heard of, well, that was money just flushed down the toilet. And I don't know what other advantages you need in this thing to get a deal done if you're Scott Strickland. I mean, it's stunning that it's even as close as it is, in my opinion. And again, who knows? Maybe Florida doesn't even get Lane Kiffin. But to me, there's no excuse for it. If Scott Strickland cannot get Lane Kiffin, Lincoln Riley, Marcus Freeman, or somebody that proves to the world that Florida is serious about football, he's had too many swings and misses. He doesn't know how to build a competent football operation, and his days in Gainesville should be numbered.
What would you say if it winds up being a defensive-minded guy? I guess if Freeman, you'd be okay. But I mean,
I don't think it has to be an offensive-minded coach. But it's got to be it's got to be an established, proven.
My mind was locked in on offensive-minded. Maybe I just was.
I'd prefer that.
Yeah, I wonder if there's whispers out there that if it's not Kiffin, if it might be more of a defensive-minded guy. So we'll see. I'll be interested to see. I think. Again, I'll tell you what I think. I think there's a growing sentiment again in the national media that Lane Kiffin's going to be the LSU coach. It's going to be announced this weekend, as we've said a bunch of times. Who knows? Who knows? But I think there's this growing sentiment that it's going to be Kiffin to LSU, and I wonder then all the other names. Let's assume it is. All right, Drinkwitz, Fish, Brom. Who am I missing? All those guys. I wonder.
I mean, he can't possibly hire like a John Sumrall.
I wonder
right?
if John Sumrall gets his attention.
Possibly go.
I don't think
to the group of 5 level again. I mean, I'd hire a coordinator at Georgia or Oregon before I'd hire a head coach at a small conference.
But I've always said if you're getting a group of 5, group of 6 guy, you got to get them out of Louisiana. That's always been kind of my take on that.
Right.
That's where they have the good ones.
Yeah, obviously.
Sumrall would not surprise me. Okay, can I say that? Sumrall would not. Sumrall would not. I might be dead wrong about it. Sumrall would not surprise me if he's the next Florida coach.
So Strickland, if that happens, if that happens, Strickland's gone.
Yeah,
it has to be gone.
Yeah, well, he's just on a 5-year extension.
Well,
I don't think, but
you can buy out an AD.
Yeah, you probably can. It's probably not $58 million. I don't want to misrepresent that. I'm not wink, wink. Someone's told me John Sumrall's their coach. I'd be misrepresenting it if I said that. I don't have that kind of connections. I'm just telling you, reading the tea leaves as best we all can, somebody like that would not shock me. So if it was a guy like John Sumrall, I'm just telling you, it would not shock me. So we'll see. We'll see. The Kiffin thing, as we've said all along, Hayes, I'll stand by this till the very end. Nobody really knows until Lane Kiffin tells them on Saturday who he's coaching next year. We can talk, we can guess, there's more insiders. I'll tell you one thing that we haven't ever done. I don't think we've ever said we know where he's going. Okay, I don't think anybody on our radio station's done that. I will tell you that. We've said we guess, but I don't think anybody in this building has said, I know who it's going to be. But I've heard that all over. I've heard it all over.
How can you possibly hire a search firm and then end up on John Sumrall?
Yeah.
I mean, those guys must be laughing at Scott Strickland. I don't know what the fee is for this, but I'm sure, I mean, like anything, Florida's probably paying them $2 million to be given terrible advice. It's just. Anyway.
I will say this, and who knows if it's John?
Who knows? Who knows what it'll be?
But I will say this. But to your point, a very serious point that you made, I'm serious about this. If it wound up being John Sumrall, for the sake of the conversation, the challenge he would have, and I'm being serious, he may be a really good coach, but the challenge he would have that everybody on the planet would expect Napier 2.0 would be hard to overcome.
Yeah.
And that may be totally unfair, but he's another group of 6 guy coming in from Louisiana. And again, I mean, he's well respected. I tell you, Liam Cohen thinks the world of the guy. Liam's told me that. He's a good football coach, but I think he's the guy that would happen. So I think if it wound up being John Sumrall, and it would not totally shock me, I think he'd have to fight that. I think Brom is faded because he's lost those 3 games. You don't hear the name as much.
Yeah.
I sense Drinkwitz is faded. Do you sense that?
I do.
I don't know why. I don't have any inside information that he's faded.
I think he's faded because there's a perception that that's the candidate that Gators fans would just absolutely revolt over.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think they want to avoid that social media
I get it.
meltdown.
Yeah.
But they're going to get it, I think, if it is a candidate like Summerall. Like, if Scott Strickland can't get Lane Kiffin, Lincoln Riley, Marcus Freeman, what good are you?
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Are you there? But again, the guys you heard their names a lot, I don't hear as much now. I don't hear Drink. I heard it a lot at first. I don't hear Brum. The one I never heard that I wanted to hear and never heard was Dillingham. He's a guy that I would have a lot of, and I never heard his name. I've heard Summerall's name. I've heard that name.
I almost think it was like Drinkowitz his name was released as like a trial balloon, and then they just saw the Gator fans online and media were just like, destroying that, and they're like, all right, well, we'll put that one back in the show.
Yeah, maybe to your point. So we'll see what winds up happening. By the way, have you heard Florida's playing Florida State? Do you how on a scale of 10? How much do you care about that game? I mean, you're a kid.
I care because it's my primary rival game.
Yeah.
Florida fans, it tends to be, if you're my generation, Florida State's the opponent that you want to beat the most. If you're, like my dad's generation, it was Georgia. Yeah. But I'm
Florida State.
Yeah.
And I'm in between y'all in age.
Yeah.
But I'm Florida State.
So it's still. I mean, at a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 6.
Yeah.
But that's the minimum it could be. I mean, I couldn't be for it being the Florida State game. I couldn't be less excited about it. I mean, I will watch out of obligation, but yeah. Look, if Florida can win Saturday, then at least you've at least accomplished something of substance in what has been a disaster of a year. At least you'd be able to say you beat Florida State, and it's nice that they beat Texas. So I mean, at least it would give everybody at least some bit of a good afternoon, evening as you go into the the off season. But yeah, not a lot of excitement.
Suzanne's going on this trip with me to the Nashville trip. She takes one trip a year with me. We pick one, and she loves Nashville. So that game will kind of be at the team hotel. Got a lot of clients, friends, people. They're just a big group that just happen to be going to this game that you kind of pick because it's a holiday weekend. You can leave Friday, whatever. So I think I'll be sitting there in that hotel bar watching it with a whole bunch of folks, mostly Gator fans, watching it. Then I think it's when it's 27-6. I think FSU's. We'll do our picks. I'll tell you right now. I think FSU's going to work them. I'm just being honest.
What's up with the kickoff time?
Yeah, it's 4:30. Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Yeah, this last week they do that.
Okay.
Last week they try to fit everything in.
So many games.
Yeah, and then the real games are at noon, 3:30, 7:30. And they just complete piece of crap games that nobody in America cares about. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
they stick them in at 4 or 4:30. I'm serious about that. 5, the games that nobody would think about looking at the window. I'm really not making that up.
No, I believe you. That's what happened. I just have never seen that kickoff time.
It's an interesting one. So, all right, let's take a break. I'm going to talk some more SEC football. Jeff Dantzler joins me after this. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
A great drive takes more than a set of wheels.
Fully loaded, I think is the term.
Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville brings you the drive of the game.
Just one thing. Yeah. Don't push any of the buttons on that car.
On 1010XL.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You got to see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman. We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here from my friend and insurance agent Craig Dewhurst. Craig has been helping families on the First Coast with their insurance needs for 25 years as your good neighbor and local State Farm agent. Now's a great time to review your insurance policies, whether you need auto, homeowners, or renter's insurance, or insurance for your golf cart, boat, or jet skis. Craig handles all of my family's insurance needs, and even better, he gives back to the community. Call Craig today at 904-940-9740. That's 904-940-9740.
Some auto shops love giving your wallet a flush every time you visit. Not AA Automotive. They fix only what needs fixing, nothing more. Honest, fast, and fair. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner, but you can extend your swim season with Surfside Pools. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% off new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. Keep the good times rolling, no matter the season. Upgrade your pool heating system now for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080.
Why wait until January resolutions to feel stronger and healthier? Start now. At the YMCA, there's no place like this place. This Cyber Monday, you can join the Y with no joining fee and no payments until January. The Y is more than a gym. It's a place to grow in spirit, mind, and body. We say there's no place like this place and no better value. Visit your local Y this Monday for $0 join fee and no payment until January, or at fcymca.org with promo code CLICK2JOIN.
Custom Home Builders. Fed up with your electrical and low voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedules? Denny Thompson here for Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation. No hassle. Your homeowners will love the new Tyson showroom. Home builders team up with Tyson for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Time now for the SEC update with Jeff Dantzler from the Bulldog Radio Network and the Superstations. Presented by Underwood Jewelers. Here's Frank and Jeff.
All right, my buddy Jeff Dantzler joins us now on this Tuesday as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving. Jeff, I got a problem. I'm not happy right now. Can I tell you that?
What's up?
I don't want this game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Did you have anything to do with this? Were you involved in the decision at all?
No, I did not. I think this was just one for Tech. They thought they could make more money out of it. That's way, way over my head. Historically, Georgia's won the last 12 times at historic Grant Field, so this will be the first time ever at Mercedes-Benz.
Well, that's what happened. George, let me tell you what happened. They got in a room. They got a bunch of those guys in a room, all those smart engineer people, Jeff, they got in a room, and they said, we can't beat them anyway. Let's make a bunch of money. That's what happened. But I love college. As you know, I did 7 years of college games before I did these Jags games, and there's nothing like a college stadium. I was disappointed a few years. I think it was the first game Cade Klubnik ever played. Okay, so he came in as a backup for DJ Uiagalelei, and they played Clemson, Georgia Tech on the Monday night. I don't know if you remember the game or not, but I thought the whole time the game was going to be at Grant Field, and I found that it was in the Dome. I don't want that. I don't want that. So anyway, it bugs me. That's my gripe, Jeff. I got to have a gripe today, so that's my gripe.
Listen, I'm a bit of a hypocrite too, because I want it on campus, but I love Georgia, Florida, and Jacksonville.
Yeah,
so
me
some
too.
of my
Me
friends
too.
call me a hypocrite, but
Good
there's
point.
the tradition though. It's been there since 1933, so that's my counterpoint. That's my Hamilton Burger / Perry Mason argument.
Yeah, very good. Where's Lane Kiffin going? Your opinion? That seems to be the story, and you're as good SEC guy as I know. What do you think?
Frank, it seems to just change every second, doesn't it? You know, now it seems like LSU might be in the mix there. I'm still with you, though. I think he either goes to Florida or stays at Ole Miss. If I'm an Ole Miss fan, the longer this stretches out, the more I get concerned. And then if you really want to play hypothetical, let's say he does take the Florida job. Frank, maybe you know the answer to this. I mean, does he leave Ole Miss when they go to the playoffs with the early signing date? The big thing college football needs a starting point for all of this. We need a working, functioning timeline.
Agreed.
It wasn't that long ago. You had the season, you had the bowl game, guys determined if they were going pro or not, then you had signing day. Well, when they had the early signing day, and I get why they started with it, nobody could foresee what was coming, but now the timing of it with the portal, the expanded playoffs, it is sheer chaos right now in terms of trying to get your team ready for what's going on the rest of the way and to build your roster for next year.
Totally agree, Jeff. I think you're dead on. Well said. And I guess I'm just fickle guy because everything you hear, my gut now is I think it might be LSU now. And if he does, back to your question, do they let him coach the LSU, the Ole Miss run, which I hope they do. Wherever he went, I hope they do. But I'm not sure they do. So I think you'll know all that this weekend. So, but we'll find out. Could the game get? Mississippi State's not terrible. Okay, they're not. I mean, they're not terrible. There's been worse Mississippi State teams. Jeff Lebby's in his second year there. It's a complicated passing offense, and I think they're starting to get it a little now. The game's in Starkville. Because of all the distraction, could that get sticky for Ole Miss? Do you think, Jeff?
I think it could. I think, as you know, it's kind of a poor man's Iron Bowl. I mean, there's a lot of hatred between those two teams. They've had some incredible finishes through the years. I do think Ole Miss will win, but State, you think about how bad they were last year at 2-10. I think Jeff Lebby's done a great job. I mean, they obviously only lost by 2 points to Florida, and they took both Texas and Tennessee to overtime. And there's no doubt the stuff with Lane Kiffin right now, it is an enormous distraction, which is really too bad when you look at the kind of season Ole Miss has had. Their fans have been waiting a long time for a year like this.
Yeah, how could it not be? How could it not be? Vanderbilt plays at Tennessee. Tell me about those two teams. Vanderbilt obviously is pretty good. Whether they're good again after this year or before this year, it doesn't matter. But they're obviously pretty good. Tennessee's good. They walloped Florida last week, but they're not quite as good as I expected them to be before the season. What do you expect in the afternoon in Knoxville there?
I think all the pressure for once is now on Vanderbilt. I mean, they've still got a shot at the playoff. Diego Pavia's got some Doug Flutie to him. I just think Tennessee might have a little bit too much at the skill positions. But one of the things, and Frank, we talked about this, I think back in October and earlier this month, I got a chance to see the week before Georgia, Florida, Vanderbilt, when they beat Missouri, that defense is really good. They can run. It's not fluky and gimmicky here. So I think this is a really tight one that comes down to turnovers, but I'd probably lean Tennessee.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. There's no question about it. I'm looking forward to I haven't looked forward to a lot of Vanderbilt-Tennessee games, but I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Jeff, as you look at the SEC season as a whole, and we'll talk next week about the championship game, what surprised you? What didn't surprise you? Texas A&M being this good, was that first for you? Where are you on what this season turned out to be?
I think A&M being what they are, I think we all thought they could be good, but they've at times looked like the best team in the country. And then I think the flip side of that, I'm going to throw some ACC in here with you, Frank, to show you my genius. I believe my preseason top three in my Bulldog Illustrated magazine was in some order LSU, Clemson, and Texas. Who could have foreseen what happened with LSU, especially after they beat Clemson? And then I think just on top of that, to add to that, just the coaching carousel. And Frank, you and I, we are deep-rooted in this league and love the tradition. The fact that Florida, LSU, and Auburn all had job openings by Halloween.
Yeah.
It's just astounding.
Yeah, and it really is, and Arkansas too. But Arkansas is like the little brother to those other programs you talked about. So you're exactly right about that. How good do you think Alabama is? I mean, Alabama's going to be in the play. They got to beat Auburn, but how good do you think Alabama's football team is?
I think Alabama's very good. I think they've got a chance every time they take the field. Ty Simpson is fantastic. They don't run the ball as well as they used to, but they've got players. I think Kalen DeBoer is a very good coach. Auburn, though, that freshman quarterback, what he did last week, that line's only 5.5, Frank. If I was a Bama fan, that'd make me a little nervous. And remember what Nick Saban said about Jordan Hare State. He said, man, that place is haunted. Yeah,
you're exactly right. Florida plays Florida State. I expect the ratings, the television ratings, to skyrocket in that one, Jeff. They hope they're doing it. They hope to do a 0.0 share is the talk. Florida State, Florida. What's going to happen? The Gators going to beat them. They're going to get beat again.
I think Florida wins. Florida's defense is really good, and they seem to be in this every other week trend. They played great against Georgia. They played great against Ole Miss. I think you nailed it. The Kentucky game was the first time they quit. I think they were hanging in there with Tennessee, but once it turned a couple of big plays and it became 21-0, I think that changed it. But I like Florida a little bit better in this, so I'll take the Gators.
All right, so let's talk. I want to talk now about the two best teams, in the league, and we think they'll both win the game. So it's not as much about the games, even though the Texas A&M game is in Austin. I think they'll win the game. Let's start with A&M. In your opinion, why are they so good? The quarterback's athletic as heck. Mike Elko's obviously a good coach. But, boy, they're physical. What jumps off the page for you, Jeff, when you watch this A&M team?
They can score running and throwing. They can score long drives, and they can score big plays. They're explosive, and they've got the defensive line. We all know the metrics have changed. I mean, the odds of giving up 10, 14 points a game, that's not going to happen. So you got to look at those numbers like third down rating on defense, the yards per play, number of 3-and-outs. They've got the defensive line that can create the pressure to get those negative yardage plays. That's what stands out to me. Biggest worry I'd have if I was an Aggie fan is the special teams, particularly at place kicker.
It's a Friday night game, so everybody's watching. I mean, buddy, this one, it's in Austin. It's almost a chance for Texas to save its season. The closest it could come to saving its season. It probably still can't do that. Do they hang around, Jeff? I mean, describe what kind of a game we expect to see in Austin here.
I think Texas hangs around, then A&M either puts together a long drive or hits a big play, and they win. Texas, they've got so much talent, and they were right there with Georgia. I mean, they had a couple of drop passes in the first half. The Dogs hit the fourth down play and the onside kick, but they're just a little bit disjointed to me, Frank. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know if they can dictate enough with the running game, and I think with Arch, nobody feels sorry for him, obviously. With the name and with the money, there is an inordinate amount of pressure on him to run that offense. And I think he's good. He's very good. But he's not Tim Tebow or Cam Newton or his grandfather.
South Carolina, by the way, you talked about whenever South Carolina has expectations, they go in the tank, and they did it again. They lost 7 in a row before they beat Coastal last week. Was he ever in trouble, or are there too many guys getting fired? You can't fire anybody. I'm convinced that Mike Norvell didn't get fired because they owe him so much money, and there's so many guys getting fired. Why not just wait till next year? Is that the case with Shane, or is he okay there?
I think that's the case if they don't have a good year next year. And it's just baffling because you think about it, Frank, obviously they're up 30-3 on A&M. They had Bama on the ropes as well. And I guess in many ways it just kind of summarizes the way the league has been. I mean, Georgia, are we a play or two away from being 11-0? Yeah. We're also 4 plays away from being like 6-5 right now. There's just so many close games this year, and you better have that margin for error. South Carolina does not. And with the expectations that they had coming into the year, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Shane Beamer and the Gamecocks next season, especially if Clemson beats them Saturday.
All right, that gets me to the Bulldogs. I've said it all year. I think they're the best team. I think they're going to win the whole thing. I do think Ohio State is very good. I actually think there's in my mind, Jeff, there's a drop-off after those two teams. Now, there's some other good teams. The A&M's good. Oregon's good. There's some good teams. But I think Miami's really good, by the way. Miami gets in, look out. But I think Georgia and Ohio State, there's a drop-off. Georgia, to you, compare them to the 2 title teams. I've asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you again. As we have 1 game left, and I think they're going to win easily against Tech. Not easily, I shouldn't say that. But I think they're going to beat Tech. What makes them so special? What makes this team so special?
I think this team's got a lot of heart and resiliency, and Kirby has just coached this team. And I think what's happened, you've seen with Gunnar Stockton, is the season has gone along, the offensive line has gotten healthy, and he's developed a great repertoire with the transfer receivers, Zachariah Branch and Noah Thomas. And when you think about it, go back to the great teams with Werfel, Anthony, and Hilliard, or Tebow and Percy Harvin, or Georgia with Stetson Bennett, Ladd McConkey, and Brock Bowers. Those guys are throwing the ball together 2, 3, sometimes 4 years. Yep. That's just not the case this day and age. So I think Georgia survived, and now that offense has gotten clicking. That being said, everything is on the line. This game is so big. So this is the third time Georgia's ever had a 7-game winning streak against Tech. The infamous drought from 1949 to 56, Tech won 8 in a row. So this is a chance to match the drought and undoubtedly clinch a playoff berth. So my nerve level is extremely high this week. Christmas trees going up depends on this thing.
And I get it. I respect that. My buddy Jeff Dantzler from the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network and the Superstations. Jeff, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, brother. Appreciate all you've done. I look forward to catching up next week. Take care, man.
Frank, you're the best, my friend. Love you. Great job with the Jags.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate that. Jeff Dantzler talking SEC football. When we come back, we'll talk some college football. We'll do a rewind and talk about who's going to be in the playoffs. That's next. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
This is Hayes Carline for Atlantic Infiniti. In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infiniti is always a top pick. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infiniti is inspected, factory-backed with a limited warranty and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infiniti? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity, off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Frank Frangie here. These days, it's hard to know which companies to trust. But when it comes to banking, I trust South State Bank. South State truly values its customers, and they work hard to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I love going into my local branch. I see the same smiling faces I've seen for years. South State is the largest bank headquartered in Florida, so they're able to offer all the banking services you need. You can trust South State Bank. Banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Hey, it's Joe C. The chill is in the air and your backyard can still be the heart of the season. Gather your family around a beautiful outdoor fireplace from Isocurrent or Napoleon, expertly installed by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. From elegant stone fireplaces to wood burning or gas fire pits, CSS creates cozy spaces where memories are made and where every night can feel like a celebration. You dream it, they can build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
CSS.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
All right, we talked about that Jaguar win a little bit last week in Arizona and looked ahead to the Titans, a struggling team. But Hayes made a great point. Weather game, cold, rainy. We'll see if that affects the game. We certainly talked a lot of Jaguar football. Pete Prisco stopped by. We got him a few days early since we're all going to be gone Thursday and Friday, so it's good to catch up with Pete. And he talked a little NFL with us, as he always does. Jeff Dantzler, my buddy from the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network, and the superstations up the road, talk to SEC football. Boy, he knows the SEC. He does a wonderful job. We talked about that. We talked about the Lane Kiffin scenario. I think what we know is nobody knows. It does seem like the national narrative has swung back to LSU. But who in the world knows? Because it was Florida the day before and LSU the day before, and I don't think anybody knows. So we'll see. But
it's still just Tuesday.
Yeah, that's so true.
We got to get to Saturday afternoon.
That is so true, and that's what we've been on the course of the program today.
Time now for the College Football Top 25 Rewind. Brought to you by the law firm of Woolsey Morecambe. Take the fear out of the fight. Here's Hayes Carline.
Not a lot of great games last week, so instead, let's focus in on this bracket. We haven't really talked about the college football playoff and the projections. Obviously, the committee will release their standings tomorrow night, but nothing's really going to change. I mean, Oregon beat USC. I mean, it was
right.
There wasn't really a whole lot that happened that swung anything last week. So in looking at it, let's start with the projection. This is ESPN's Heather Dinich, her projection for the playoff. And let's just start with these first round games. And Frank, you kind of give us an inclination of where you would go here. And if you like the seedings.
All right.
Let's start with the 8-9 game. These games will be played either December 19th or December 20th. 9 seed Notre Dame going to 8 seed Oklahoma.
Yeah, I really think the Irish are good. I think Oklahoma playing at home helps them. But I would take the Irish in that game. I'm very impressed with Marcus Freeman and his team. I mean, I really am. I think they're very good.
The winner of that game would feed into facing the number 1 seed, Ohio State. Would you have any chance of upset there, you think?
As I sit here today, I think Ohio State and Georgia are going to play in the championship game, and that's what I think today. Mm-hmm. But when we get there, after I've watched Notre Dame get to that game, I may feel differently. But today, Ohio State would be my pick.
Let's get to the 7-10 matchup that Heather Dinich has. This would be 10 seed Alabama going to number 7 seed Oregon. Bama making a trip to Alton.
That's a hard game. That is a hard game to pick. Boy, oh boy. If it was in Tuscaloosa, I would pick Alabama. In Alton, I probably would pick Oregon. I probably would take the chalk there.
That would be that.
What a game!
I mean,
what a game!
It's not my favorite of these games, but it's probably number 2.
Yeah.
The winner of that game would feed into a game against second-seeded Indiana.
Yeah,
upset potential there.
Yes, I am guilty because I'm always honest. I am guilty of not seeing enough of Indiana. If I'm being honest, I just haven't. Yes, I think that there's absolutely. I think Indiana won at Oregon earlier, but that doesn't mean they'd beat them again if it happened that way.
Absolutely. The 6-11 is fantastic. Now, Heather has Miami as the 11. She has Miami as the ACC champion, which obviously things have to kind of go Miami's way for that to happen. And I agree with her. They're the best team in the ACC. So let's just go with what she has. She has 11 seed Miami going to 6-seeded Ole Miss.
I'll take Miami. I'll take Miami on the road.
I take Miami, even if Lane Kiffin was staying at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I really have been impressed with. I mean, they got an NFL quarterback. They have the best freshman receiver in the country, maybe the best freshman in the country. I would take Miami in that game.
I would too, and then it would lead into what I think would be the best second round game. That's Miami versus 3 seed Texas A&M.
I would need to wait till that day to pick it. Yeah. It's a pick 'em for me right now. A&M at home's awfully good. Awfully good. I don't know if that's the draw Miami got. If Miami got the draw to play at Indiana, I'd pick Miami.
Well, and I think the second
if it played
round,
out that way.
So the top 4 seeds, they don't get a game at home, right? Doesn't it then just go to like a bowl? So I think it'd be a neutral game.
Yeah, exactly.
But
that's right.
I would probably pick Texas A&M over Miami.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, of the 12 teams, if I did a power rankings of the 12 teams that I really thought could win the title, I think I'd have A&M and Miami in the top 4.
Yeah, me too. Me
so,
too.
I mean, it would literally be like
me too.
It would have more of a national semifinal, even national title feel.
I would pick. I'm right with you. I would pick Miami to beat Indiana if it played out that way. I would probably pick A&M, even though, like you said, it's a neutral site game. I'd probably pick A&M.
And then the final first round game, the 12 seed Tulane,
John Sumrall.
Yeah. Going up against
John Sumrall in the playoffs.
Traveling.
Just saying.
Would you guys let him coach?
Here comes John Sumrall.
Hey, he can do whatever he wants. The 12 seed Tulane going to Lubbock to face 5th seeded Texas Tech. I'm not even sure I would watch this game.
Texas Tech would. Well, if he's the Florida coach, you're watching it because you want to watch everything about him.
If he's the Florida coach, I'm finding a new team.
Another sport.
Yeah.
Texas Tech.
Hayes might not be around, unfortunately.
I think Texas Tech would roll.
I would agree. Do you like the fact that do we have to allow? Should there be a caveat in whatever they come up with next, where it's like, look, if the group of 5, best group of 5, isn't even ranked in the top 25, then they're not going to have a spot that year?
When we get to 16, I'm okay with it. It's bothered me till now. It bothered me now, but when we get to 16, I'm okay. I mean, everybody should have a goal. And once they're not automatically in the group of 5 or group of 6 teams, then that takes away what I think is an important goal for those kids. So at 16, I'm okay with the 16th team, which is what I think it'll be most years, being in the field. And I do think they're going to get to 16 next year.
Does Texas Tech kill? Does Georgia kill Texas Tech?
Yeah. Yes, they beat them. Yeah, I really think Georgia's good. Am I overrating Georgia? I mean,
I don't think so.
I think Georgia. JJ, you think Georgia? You haven't been sold.
I was down on Georgia all year, but just the way that they pull it out in the fourth quarter, I've been so wrong about them. I think they're going to probably win, or I think they're going to lose to Ohio State in the national title game.
The quarterback Gunnar Stockton is so Georgia guy.
Yeah.
And Georgia guys, when they're good, those quarterbacks make plays. So yes, I don't think they're putting 41-10 on Texas Tech, but I would be surprised if Georgia fan, my buddy Jeff Dantzler's nervous. That's fair. I'd be surprised if it's nervous.
So let me ask you guys this. So let's assume either Virginia or SMU wins the ACC title. So now they're the 11th seed. So
I have drastically different opinions about both those teams. I think Virginia sucks.
Yeah.
I think SMU is a pretty damn good team.
I do too.
Great offense.
But it doesn't, like, if Virginia wins the ACC, then you have to put them in.
I know. I'm just saying I don't know who they would play in the tournament, so I might pick SMU to beat a team. Never.
But let me ask you this.
I agree with you. I'd probably not pick either, but I'd be more inclined to pick SMU.
But if SMU wins the title, they're automatically in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And same with Virginia.
Right. But look, I'm with JJ. I think SMU's a good bit better. So let's say SMU wins. What does happen with Miami?
That's what I was going to ask you guys. Yeah, then you're having to bump.
I'm looking at your teams. I don't know who doesn't make it. I mean, I'm more concerned about Miami, JJ, looking at Hayes' chart.
That's why people have been talking about Notre Dame versus Miami for so long, because they've been looking ahead, and it might be between those two
teams. And Notre
teams.
Dame belongs in too.
Yeah.
I mean, that is too. I mean,
Can you forgive Alabama for losing to FSU?
Apparently, games that happen early in the season don't matter.
And Alabama does have a lot of ranked wins to their credit.
I wish the committee would come out and tell us when the season starts mattering.
But let me tell you this. The Miami-Notre Dame thing is why you need to get to 16. Now, someone's going to answer and say, Frank, it doesn't matter how many you get in. You're still going to have Team 17 upset. But that's different. Team 17 is different. When the NCAA basketball tournament was at 32, Team 33 was really good, okay? When it got to 68, Team 69 is not that good. So at 12, you could still leave home a team that could go deep. At 16, you're probably not leaving home. You agree with that?
Yeah.
You're probably not leaving home a team that could get deep. I mean, right now, again, I'm looking at your chart. I've never, JJ, I don't hate to tell you this, but I'm looking at this.
Oh, I've been looking at it
I know
for
you
weeks.
have. I know you have. I know, but I'm just looking at this.
I think Miami would get left out.
I think Miami might get left out, and that's stupid because they're pretty dang good now. The eye test does it. The eye test shouldn't matter. The hell it shouldn't.
Right.
I mean, we've all watched.
Why are we here?
Yeah.
If the eye test.
The eye test absolutely should matter. So we'll see. All right, second break. We'll wrap the program after this.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
3 games in the NFL on Thanksgiving Day. The Detroit Lions home to face the Green Bay Packers. Lions a 2.5-point favorite at Ford Field, -140. Packers +120. Over under 48.5. Dallas, they're home to face Kansas City, and the Chiefs a 3-point road favorite, -190. The Cowboys +160, and the over-under in that contest 51.5. The Thanksgiving nightcap, Baltimore hosting Cincinnati in a divisional matchup in the AFC North. Ravens a 7-point favorite, -320. Bengals +260, over-under 52.5.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com.
I'm Tony Desiri with your VSIN Action Update on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Big Chief Tire makes auto care more affordable with 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card. Frank Frangie here. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brake service, or general repairs, their expert technicians have you covered. With no interest for 6 months, now's the perfect time to take care of your vehicle. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, the Alhambra Theater and Dining is offering special Black Friday packages. Friday, November 28th. Get 2 tickets for just $89. 2026 shows include 1776, Shrek the Musical, Meet Me in St. Louis, Saturday Night Fever, and more. Call 904-641-1212 or visit thealhambrajacks.com on Black Friday and grab the best deal of the year on Alhambra tickets.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home, and you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyoublow.com.
If golf is your thing, you'll want to check out the 2026 Hills Pass at Hidden Hills Golf Club. Unlimited golf, including golf car, and preferred tee times for just one low price. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com Purchase your Hills Pass today.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
It's a Nimnick Tuesday on The Frangie Show. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941.
I get to tell you about Nimnick, the best car dealership around since 1982. I've been buying my cars. I get to hear little Doobie Brothers on a Tuesday night on the First Coast. You know what? I'm in such a good mood. Give something away.
Ooh,
do you have anything?
That's a great idea.
Do you have
Let's
anything?
do it.
What do you have?
We do. We've got the farm at Okefenokee, our good friends at the farm. They have these fantastic
Love the
dinners.
Food's so
and they're
good.
having another one on Saturday night, December the 13th. So if you would like to go, you can win a pair of tickets right now. We will take caller 2 at 641-1010. You're going to have a fantastic time. The property is gorgeous. It's about an hour north of here in Folkston. There's no flexibility on the date, so make sure you can actually go on Saturday, December 13th, but they would love to have you. And again, for more information, you can go to okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com. You'll have a wonderful time.
I can't wait till we make our trip up there. Kind of after football when we just eat all that food. Oh, and stay.
Oh yeah.
With the cabins that they sell up there, honest to God, they're so good. And it's just on the farm and on the lake, and I mean, you got
olive trees.
Yeah, I won't even do a good job describing it, but I will tell you, the cabins look like a house in a really ritzy neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
It's not little. It's not a little steel cabin.
No.
The brick front, and
this is first class.
It's really nice now. So you ought to go check it if you're looking for kind of a getaway home or to move. You ought to go check it out. So there you go. All right, Jack. Tomorrow on the program, again, it'll be our last show of the week. We want you to all go enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family Thursday and Friday. Again, I'll be leaving. My wife and I and another couple will leave on Thursday morning. And
that's really exciting.
Yeah, it is. She loves Nashville, and it's gonna be cold. Did you see what a Thursday Friday temperature is? 48 high, 25 low.
Wow.
And I'm such a wimp. I might be the greatest cold weather wimp of all time. I mean, I've got wimp all over me this cold weather. I can't put on enough clothes. Yeah. I'm that guy. I'm the
At
guy.
least in Nashville, there'll be a lot of people. The body heat will help.
Yeah.
You'll be having fun listening to music, having libations and things like that.
We'll be packing. Suzanne will go, how many coats are you taking?
Yeah.
Well, a lot. That's what I'm saying. So, and the coldest I ever was calling a game
was
in 17. Were you in there in 17?
I was.
It's the coldest
brutal.
of the games I've called.
Yeah.
It's the only game I couldn't finish.
It was brutal.
JP had to do the second half of the game, and he came up because I'd gotten sick the day before, and thank you, JP, flew up that morning in case I couldn't go, and by middle of the second quarter, I had no voice.
I remember that game.
I had no voice, and JP did a great job.
He did it, yeah. I was about to say, he was good.
He did a fantastic job.
It was one of the coldest games. The only one that was close, there was a Cleveland game, maybe I don't think it was the 13 game, maybe 14.
Okay.
But yeah, that Nashville game came out of nowhere too. I wasn't at all ready for that.
Yeah, but it was really cool. But we're looking forward to it. Man, Nashville's, we're going to go to the Johnny Cash Museum. My wife's a gigantic Johnny Cash fan. You like Johnny Cash?
Yeah, absolutely.
JJ, big Johnny Cash fan or no?
Huge.
Yeah, there's a Johnny Cash Museum.
That's right.
You know that movie that came out with Joaquin Phoenix in the early 2000s, whatever? That really turned me on to his music, and it made me like a huge fan.
With Reese Witherspoon, what a great movie.
Yeah.
But
and he sang in the movie.
He did.
Himself.
Yeah. It was really good. It was kind of heart wrenching,
Yeah.
because it went through. It was like the Elvis movie with Tom Hanks. It was, right. I mean, it hurt to know that all that happened. So the Johnny Cash movie was like that too, but. No, it was really good. So we're going to go to the Johnny Cash Museum, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, which isn't as good as the Rock Hall, but I've been there before. I've been to both, but I haven't been. Have you been to the Rock Hall in Cleveland?
I have not.
Oh, don't talk about it when this next guy's about.
Yeah, I know Baloo hates it.
Oh my God.
I don't think they got them all right, but it's cool walking.
I was going to go the last time the Jags played in Cleveland because I covered the game, but my flight. This was what I thought was weird. My flight got in at like 3.
Yeah.
And for some reason on Saturday, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame closes at like 2. And I'm like, you're the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, you should stay open until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what are you doing on a Saturday closing in like early afternoon?
Yeah. I'll tell you something I went to about 20 years ago that I went to. We were vacationing in Seattle and Canada, that areas. And this is when Amber was still living at home. So she had to be 14, 15. So it had to be, 17, 18 years ago. We went to the Music Hall of Fame in Seattle, right near the Space Needle.
Oh, cool.
It's magnificent because all the Jimi Hendrix and all the great, the Nirvana, all the great acts out of. You should see. You ought to go to that
That's
place.
cool. Yeah.
I mean,
I love Seattle. I only went there for the 13 Jags game.
Yeah.
But I got to stay for like 5 days because I got assigned this Gus Bradley story.
Right.
And obviously the Jags had just hired him. He came from the Seahawks as defensive coordinator. So I got to spend more time than you normally would on just a Jags trip. But I loved Seattle.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back.
And
And
it was,
check it out.
but that was a cool Hall of Fame. I mean, it really was. My daughter, a lot of the music she likes was represented there.
Oh, cool.
She really did. All right, let's say hello to my friend Rick Ballou.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Blue, I'm going to say this right now, and I'm not going to. He's got the Gator
I'll just
shirt
gate
on.
it. We're friends now?
You're going
Did you say
to
friends?
beat our butt. You're going to beat our butt. I did say friends until y'all beat our butt.
Norvell's a road warrior, man. I'd bet I'd put the mortgage on that.
I promise you're going to win. Have you watched a Florida game? Have you watched
Self-destruct. I've watched every Gator game.
Hang on, you're right, Rick. DJ Lagway's going to pick you apart from the pocket.
I think you guys have played up to the level of your competition every game this year, except for Kentucky.
Yeah. They kind of were in the tank there.
I think Florida can get it done if they punt on first down every time.
Yeah.
Two offensive juggernauts. Billy Gonzalez, Mike Norvell.
Yeah.
I mean, who makes spurrier about it? When you got Gonzalez, Norvell, man.
I will tell you this. I was going to tell you this when you walked in here. If Florida hires John Sumrall from Tennessee, I mean Tulane, as good as your rants have been, my buddy to my left, he might be just as good. I'm just telling you.
Or I might take a sabbatical.
I'm just telling you. Let me know when that is. I'll take the day off and
just let him
have
go.
some cocktails. Sit back and listen. That'll be fun.
Let's let him go. So all right. What's coming up, Ricky?
Isn't that the I know we talked about it. I believe it was either yesterday or last week, but this feels like the weakest candidate pool that I can ever remember in college football.
Yes.
Considering how many premier jobs are available.
Well, that's a great point because everybody thinks Lane Kiffin's going to win 25 national championships, but whatever jobs he doesn't take, nobody knows who to hire.
Right.
I mean,
and he's yet to win a conference title, anything.
But I mean, nobody other not just Florida.
I mean, look, and I'm dying to have him.
Yeah.
But
you should have stayed with Napier like Florida State did with Norvell.
No. Let me be clear about this. If Kiffin,
this guy would have lost.
If Kiffin goes to LSU. Oh, I'll sour grapes it all day long. He's no good. He's never won anything. I'll drop the sour grapes for an hour, Baloo. I'm glad we didn't get him. That's what I'm going to say. I'm glad, Rick. What are we doing tonight? What's coming up?
We got a lot tonight. First, I want to spend a little time on the Hall of Fame. I think it's a good opportunity here for Fred. You really crunch the numbers, and it's amazing he's not in there. So I'm going to begin with that. Gerald Ingram's going to join me, talk about some of the things that have changed for the Jaguars as of late. 23 sacks. How about 9 in the last 2 games? And look at the guys who are creating pressure and doing things along those lines. Plus my Florida State analyst, Niall Lawrence Stample. In our second hour, he will join us. We'll talk about the mess that is Florida State and, of course, the decision to stick with Norvell.
Right, Norvell. Okay, there you go. Rick Ballou goes into the night. That comes up right now. That'll do it for our program. One more show this week. We'll have it for you at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Greg McGarity will be here. Shane Matthews, Tom Block, Joe Zagacki. That should be lively. That's all coming up tomorrow on the program as well. And our picks. We're all doing all that tomorrow. Kevin Kaplan as well. Busy show. That'll do